Hey guys and girls, I'm Allie, and today we are doing the soundtrack reaction part 2 of RWBY Volume 6. And I've waited for this for a long time. I'm certain you have waited too. Because last part, like the first part, was a while ago. I don't even know how long. Today I still haven't decided how exactly I'm gonna do it. If I'm gonna post this soundtrack reaction on Saturday, November 2nd, and the thoughts and expectations video in the, during the week after that, or if the thoughts and expectations video will come on November 2nd, and this will come earlier, during the week before. I still haven't decided, but I mean, if you watch this, you probably know how I've decided by now. Yeah, last time. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about last time. That was like a few months ago. The first part of the soundtrack, great songs there. Lionize did a little bit disappoint me. It's also from all the RWBY songs, I think this Lionize and Not Fall in Love with You are the two that I skip the most, I think. Yeah, because Not Fall in Love with You is way too much like boy band, 90s, 80s, I don't know even. It's not my kind of music, and Lionize is a little bit jarring still. Rising and Miracle are both good, great songs. Not my favorites, but I like them. I like them very much. And I know them by heart by now. Big Mellow Shoe was my favorite of those four, and it still is my favorite. It basically became okay, when this song comes up, I'm gonna power through whatever I'm doing right now. Which helped me a lot in my internship. So, yeah, that's some great songs there. And now, I told you before, I chose the order of songs for a reason. I put in the other songs in the first one because I knew those wouldn't be the super emotional, but more the hype stuff. I mean, it was kind of emotional because of the Pura part in Rising and, stuff. But this time, no, it's not this time. This time was last volume. No, but this time we do other songs that are a lot more emotional, I guess. I decided to do Nevermore first, because I know this song. I can adjust my audio if it's, weird or something, but I'm still going to talk about it, because I kind of want to analyze it a little bit more. Yeah. And I got my Yank shirt. No Blake merch, but, I mean, I'm sorry. I don't even have... I mean, I have a lot of plushies here, but I don't have a Black Cat plushie, so... happens. But yeah, Nevermore, after that, I will go to One Thing, a song that I wanted to listen to the whole version for a long freaking time. And then we have the songs that will make me cry. Forever Fall and Indomitable. First, I thought Forever Fall would make me cry more than Indomitable. Then I found out, I saw the picture in the lyric video of Flint of RWBY. And yeah, basically, I think I'm gonna cry more at Indomitable than Forever Fall. Yeah, I should maybe put my tissues next to me, right? I'm gonna do that while I prepare for the songs, I'm probably gonna need it. And I don't know how to talk anymore, so I'm sorry about that. Yeah, and then when the emotional songs are done, I'm gonna watch or listen to the Armed and Ready acoustic version, which I'm hyped for too, and I hope it will dry my tears a little bit before I can conclude my soundtrack reaction. But anyways, we are gonna start with Nevermore. So yeah, you've basically seen my first reaction to this while I was reacting to the last episode of Volume 6, but I didn't know the words, all the lyrics back then. So now I'm probably gonna sing, even though my voice is not the best today. But I'm still going to, because I like this song very much. Let's start in 3, 2, 1, and go. I've listened to the song like 1,000 times already. Will I be afraid, or will I run away? It's behind me. I'm probably gonna have to put this a little quieter for me. Because it's kind of loud. You won the battle, you won't win the war, not now, and nevermore. You took to subjugation, I answered your own plea. You fell infatuation, kept me too blind to stay. You think you're someone's hero, you're hiding more than your eyes. I should let you ignite. I started too high for this. I'm sorry. Most of the times I start singing and then it's getting too high or too low. That's in the past and I won't be nevermore. Torture my heart in my head, nevermore. I'm sorry if that sounds really jarring to you right now. I don't know what I'm doing. Just enjoying the song. You won the battle, you won't win the war right now, and nevermore. And like I said, I don't know if I said it or if I just thought about it. Well, I'm gonna talk about this later too. It's over, my fears retreated. I'm more like you know me now. Of course, you're an army, yeah. Give me a place to be. Your vision of liberation was all of what you would never apply to me. I won't stay a martyr. It's my turn to take back what you stole, and this time I'm smarter. I'm ready for, I'm not alone. Not dying now, we're protecting our own. Nevermore, nevermore. You're touching my heart in my head. Nevermore, nevermore. I can't sing like Casey and Adriana doing it, sorry. And I find myself wanting to sing it so often, but then I'm like, some of those are like overlapping and hard to sing like with just one person. Celebrate another soul consumed by hate, despite another destroyed life. There's no pleasure, there's no joy. It's just the story of the boy.
who lost his way into shadows stray. Shall see the light of day. Nevermore, nevermore. You torture my heart in my head. Nevermore, nevermore.
It sounds like my neighbors are doing something.
Freedom is violent. You may have taken the leap, but I will understand. You won the battle, you won't win the war, not now and nevermore.
I love how he did that with the nevermore being like the one word still there. Yeah, awesome, of course. I liked that song already when it played in the credits. I'm using Flint of Ruby for Nevermore, One Thing, and Indomitable. He didn't do Forever Fall yet, so I'm gonna have to check whose video I used, but I'm gonna do that later. And I'm using another one for the acoustic version of Armed and Ready too. So yeah, Nevermore. We've heard it, and we know about the text, about the lyrics. However, like in Flint of Ruby's version, the first "Will I Be Afraid? No, Will I Run Away?" he put in totally in black. And after that, it's like "Will I Be Afraid?" for Yang, and "Nor Will I Run Away" for Blake, which I think fits much more than just put it all in Blake's color, even though black is not a color, but you know. But Yang doesn't want to be afraid anymore. Blake doesn't want to run away anymore. And also the freedom is finally here. They always wanted freedom. So the things that stood out to me in this song, first of all, yes, Nevermore is just a beautiful title and premise. We have the Nevermore Grim, and it basically, the meaning just fits. And yes, I know that it's from the poem of Edgar Allan Poe. I know that. It's even better when you think like the poem was called The Raven, and like Yang's mom is Raven. Fitting in that part too. So first we have, you talked of subjugation, I answered your violent plea. That is just, subjugation is actually like from Shadows, taken from that song. Kept me too blind to see. You think you're someone's hero. You're hiding more than your eyes. Yeah, and I still want to know more about that. He's hiding more than his eyes. He's hiding his own whole story, his whole personality thing. I don't know. Not only the SDC mark, but what lies behind that. And I want to know more about this, but I'm gonna talk about that in my thoughts and expectations video, because it has something to do with the SDC, and it's an expectation of mine, you know? The goal of a savior is not to be lionized. His song was lionized. That is just speaking for itself. Back when it started, I thought that justice was your goal. Back when it started, it is also like an allusion to From Shadows. When it started. Then in darkness, yeah. You lost your mind, I lost my soul. That's in the past and it won't be controlled. Then we get the chorus again. You'll torture my heart and my head. Yeah, I mean, Blake cared for him for quite a while, I think. That's probably what was meant by torture my heart. She just had to learn that it was over, that there wasn't any chance of redemption anymore. So I feel bad. Yeah, the army, I talked about that during the song. What I wanted to say, because of the melody, especially after the chorus before verse 2, it sounded so much like, it sounded a little bit like This Time, but also a little bit like Ignite. So I like how they kind of did a fusion of songs that were associated with those two, and like mixed it together and made a song for both of them. And I love that, because every time I listen to this little instrumental part, I'm just like, this is more like Blake and this is more like Yang, and I like it. I love it. Yeah. Vision of liberation, yeah. It's my turn to take back what you stole from Shadows. This time I'm smarter. Yeah, she was. Then the I made a vow, I'm not alone. Not dying now, we're protecting our own. Nevermore. Yeah. That scene, oh my god, I'm still like seeing it in front of my eyes. It was so beautifully done. I'm not protecting her and she's not protecting me, or like the other way around. We're protecting each other. That is such a strong moment for both of them. Yeah, but then this bridge part, there's no cause to celebrate another soul consumed by hate and spite. That makes me feel bad for Adam again. Like, I know he's a dick, he's an asshole. There was no chance for him to get redemption at all. That doesn't mean that you can feel sorry in some ways, you know? He was consumed by hate and spite. That's true. Something just happened and he changed. I mean, I don't think he was born that way. That would be disturbing. Just a story of a boy who lost his way. And I think that says a lot into Shadow Strayed. That says a lot that Adam wasn't always like this. The problem was he fell down the wrong path and he never came out of it. He never did what Blake did, to leave it and start anew. He didn't do that. And yeah, that's kind of sad. I have to say this. And I really hope we get more like backstory into what the SDC was doing and stuff, because I really need those answers. But that's a tale for another video. Yeah, I was just spouting off a little bit, a few thoughts about Nevermore. Beautiful song again. But now we're going to get into the more exciting stuff, because, yeah. There's one thing approaching. That was so bad, sorry. But yeah, let's go on. So yeah, that was a little bit harder to manage, because I had to get my sketchbook and my Roman figure both on this little space. I hope it doesn't fall, because that would be bad. But yeah, Neo and Roman, because we all know this song is about them. And what I always found awesome about this song was just, it gives a voice to a character that doesn't necessarily have a voice. Like, Neo doesn't talk. So we only know through her actions what she really thinks. And now this song is kind of voicing her thoughts, and I'm really hyped to see more of that, to hear more of it. Because we know this little part in the beginning. But yeah, there's still a lot more to it. I know that. It's like 3 minutes 44. And wow, that's gonna be a lot to unpack. And for you all, you probably know that Neo is one of my favorite characters. She's just great. Sorry, but she's great. She didn't have like much development in the beginning, but I want her to have development. Like, I want her to do so much more than she did. And I hope this song will add something to that. I mean, we got it teased a lot of times, like even in GB, where there was like the battle of the bands and she was like the singer. Maybe she wanted to sing this song. I don't know. We'll never know, probably. But let's start with one thing. Again, video from Flint of RWBY. And yeah, I hope this is a badass song because she deserves it. Neo deserves a badass song. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Ooh. Love the picture.
Kill for kill, eye for eye, blood for blood, it's time to die. Retribution tastes so sweet. Gone from life that he gave, no revenge is all I crave. Retaliation soon complete. I was nowhere, I had no one, I felt nothing. Lost without a voice and on my own. Then a candle's flame brought a brand new name. But now you're stolen everything and I'm all alone.
A brand new name.
And it's taking it from me. A single life, a single privilege made. There was one thing to help us get from misery.
Wow, so we already got something.
You took my whole life away. You sent me back to nothing. Now you're paid. Life for life, death for death, tit for tat, just one last breath. Absolution's nowhere near. Cue the scene, now it's time. Reparation for your crime. Atonement day is finally here.
It is.
I have waited for this meeting, for this moment. Dreamed about the day I made you cry.
Okay.
What a sweet release when you rest in peace. Vengeance, justice, finally mine, and I want you for
I watched it fall.
one thing, and you've taken it from me. A single life, a single friend that you've made. There was one thing to help escape the misery. And now it's all disarray. You took my whole life away. You sent me back to nothing. Now you'll pay the price. You destroyed my life. After years of suffering, finally had a place to go, but not anymore. And now it's war, and I won't be peace till I get what I came for.
She's determined.
I had one plan, and it's taken it from me. Take a single life, a single friend that you've made. One thing to escape from misery. Now it's all disarray. You took my whole life away. You sent me back to nothing. Now you're paid.
And again, the one word that is staying behind, the pay. Whoa, so yeah, Neo is determined to get her revenge. Like, there's nothing stopping her. And I totally think you can see that or hear that in that song. There's nothing going to stop her. We're starting with the kill for kill, eye for eye, blood for blood, it's time to die. We already know that. And still, like, it makes me really think about it. In volume 2, we had the song Die. And it wasn't ever, like, specified who the song is about. But it played, basically, during the Neo and Torchwick and stuff fight, mech fight. So it would be technically, like, it would make sense if this song is about, like, them, you know? Wow, I think now I have to do, like, I have to look at Die again and, like, at all the lyrics and what that would mean if it would be about those two. Like, wow. But, like, it's time to die. This kind of, it made me think about that. Retribution tastes so sweet. Gone's the life that he gave, now revenge is all I crave. Yeah, it is. Retaliation's incomplete. And then we had that part where it was still like, oh, no, that's not the part I know. It wasn't as jarring as Lion Eyes, though, so it was just, like, surprising me a little bit. I was nowhere, I had no one, I felt nothing. Oh god, that's making me sad. That's already trying to make me cry here. And I know I'm gonna cry later, but, like, right now I want to cry because of Neo. She was actually, like, she had no one. Like, she was alone and lonely and lost without a voice. We know that. And on my own. Then a candle's flame. I love that line because, you know, torch, wake, like, torch, candle, you know. It's basically telling about how he came in her life. A brand new name. So that's what made me think, like, she had no voice, obviously. She probably didn't have a name, or maybe if she had, then she couldn't tell him, you know. I mean, she could have written that down, depending on if she could write at that time. But that basically means that Torchwick gave Neo her name. And that is cute. You did well. I miss you. Yeah, he was a great character. I was sad when he went. Now you've stolen everything and I'm all alone. It just... it gives me the same feeling I have when I hear Wise songs. Like, all this loneliness just makes me feel bad. It makes me feel depressed. I'm sorry you had to go through this, Neo. I had one thing and you've taken it from me. A single light, a single friend. But you've made that end. There was one thing to help escape the misery, and now it's all disarray. You took my whole life away. You sent me back to nothing. Now you'll pay. Like, I mean, we had the line, you sent me back to nothing. So basically we could say, okay, she had nothing before. But the part we now have in front of that kind of makes that stand out more. Like, it emphasizes this nothingness before this. And now I kind of want to know her backstory more. Like, what was before Torchwick and how did they meet? I want to know that. I kind of want a fluffy backstory with how Torchwick found Neo and gave her a name and then they became friends. There's probably a lot of them on fanfiction, like fanfictions or something already, but yeah, I want it in canon, please. Yeah, and obviously she's blaming Cinder because Cinder was in charge of this whole Fall of Beacon plan. So, I mean, yeah, now they kind of work together, but I'm still, like, a little bit unsure about that. I still think that there's gonna be some treason in there. Because I don't trust those two working together. someone is gonna backstab the other. If it's Cinder backstabbing Neo or the other way around, even though I'll prefer if it was Neo backstabbing Cinder, but I'm like 80 or 90% sure that will happen at some point. Maybe not next volume, but like somewhere down the line. Then we have the next verse, life for life, death for death, tit for tat, just one last breath. Yeah, it's just continuing life for life, death for death. Yeah, it's this typical, like, if someone dies, then I have to make someone else die to make up for it. Absolution's nowhere near. I don't want to hear absolution. to have a flashback to the first opening. Cue the scene, now it's time. Reparation for your crime. Atonement Day is finally here. Like, those words they use, it kind of like... It makes me think if those are like allusions, because reparations were normally done when, like, after a war, the war loser had to pay reparations to the winner of the war. I'm thinking about that when I read that. Atonement Day is... wow. I had waited for this meeting, for this moment. Of course you have, Neo. Dreamed about the day I'd make you crawl. Oh yeah, that's brutal, but, you know, everything else here is brutal too. With a sweet release, it's kind of like a throwback to the retribution taste so sweet. When you rest in peace, of course, death. Nothing else will satisfy you, Neo, right? Only death. Or, I don't know, bringing him back to life. But I mean, we don't want to make a Salem out of you. Right? You're staying yourself. Vengeance, justice, finally mine, and I'll watch you fall. That is the cue. I mean, it's obviously sung to Cinder. At least, like, it was in the beginning. I'll watch you fall is just telling us, yeah, it's about Cinder. Like, freaking Cinder fall. I mean, it doesn't have to be, but, like, the imagery that Jeff and Casey put into these songs mostly, like, have a meaning. And, yeah, why would they... Like, we have a lot of songs that have fall in them. Yeah. Then, again, the chorus. And then now you'll pay, and then now you'll pay the price. I mean, basically it's just a continuation of this, but it kind of... The melody in this part, I'm gonna listen to it again. It's like more... It's a little bit more calm. And then it like builds up, and now it's war. Yeah, won't be any peace. And then there's no instrumentals for a moment, and then the new chorus gets up. It reminds me of Red Like Rose Part 2. And I always like that, when you have like the melody, the beat, and then for one moment everything gets silent. So I liked how that... I didn't expect it, but why not? Just do it, girl. Yeah, and there won't be peace till I get what I came for. That is just... This determination, guys. I'll make you pay. Yeah, she's gonna make someone pay. I believe in the bond of those two, that Neo will not give up until she has something. Right, girl? Yeah, I like that song. I don't know if I like it as much as I like Nevermore or Big Metal Shoe, but I think it describes Neo's like inner feelings pretty well, and it kind of just, it's set in stone my theory that she will somehow backstab Cinder at some point. Because I don't think that she sings that to Ruby. She sings that to Cinder. She knows who dragged them into this. I mean, yeah, Ruby was with Torchwick when he died. That doesn't mean that she is the one that was, like, orchestrating everything. I think Neo is smart enough to know that Cinder is guilty for dragging them into this whole mess. I hope. But yeah, we'll see what happens with her. I really hope we'll get more of her and Cinder next volume. That would be amazing. Especially of her. I mean, I don't care that much for Cinder. She came back one too many times already, I think. But yeah, Neo still has something speaking for her. So I didn't even intend to do that. Has something speaking. I'm so sorry. But yeah, that was one thing. And the next song, I'm gonna get my tissues ready because it's Forever Fall. So yeah, this song is 5.5 minutes long. It's long. And I got my tissues back here when I'm gonna need them. Yeah, maybe. It depends. I'm probably gonna cry. You know me, when volume 6, episode 9 was up, I still know that, like, that video had, like, the most clicks ever for one of my videos, because I guess everyone wanted to see me cry. No, I know why. It's such an emotional scene, and it made me tear up. I didn't really cry before. I didn't really cry at that scene. It's just, I had tears in my eyes. I just didn't let them fall. I didn't let them fall. Why am I doing this to myself? But yeah, here they are, close together because they belong together. Johnny boy and my beautiful Pyrrha, I miss you. Why are all those songs about people that we lost? Yeah, are we gonna start? I guess. We have heard some of this song. Not as much as we're probably gonna hear now. I don't know if I'm ready, you know? That's why I'm trying to, like, put it off. Because after this it's just gonna get worse. Okay, let's get to Forever Fall, which is by Batman Fangirl, because Flint of Ruby didn't do it yet. And Batman Fangirl, I can only I can only recommend her because she does a lot of great AMVs. I don't know, I should post one of my other AMVs again, I just remembered. But she does a lot of great AMVs, and I love watching them. So check her out too. Because, like I said, she did this lyric video too. I think she also did Indomitable. I'm just not really sure. But yeah, I got it from her this time. So then let's start, right? In 3, 2, 1, and go. Calming intro. This art is beautiful. Like, look at all the leaves. And Pyrrha, of course. Like the outfit.
Once, like a dream, you looked at me, and everything felt new. Time slipped away. The past seemed to fade. My hope restored by you.
That's so beautiful.
And I know for some it's temporary.
For her it isn't.
Like a shooting star soon out of view. But this will always be. It's my destiny.
Of course, it's her destiny. Her freaking destiny.
With you. Some people fall in love for life.
I'm gonna take it now.
Get it right. Love's fickle when it calls. One thing that I know for sure, longer than our lives endure, you're my forever.
I love how fall has that many interpretations in all those songs and like everywhere. Don't look at me like that, Pira.
Your trust, honesty helped me believe a ray of hope shined through. You set me free.
Saw what the world couldn't see. I love how it corresponds with like dream come true. Of course.
Every life is filled with passing moments. Like the seasons change, they come and go.
Of course.
But this is infinite. Nothing, even death, could separate our souls.
She's always with him.
'Cause you're my final goal.
Destiny is a final goal. I remember.
Some people fall in love for life. Others never get it right. Love's fickle when it calls. One thing that I know for sure, longer than our lives endure, you're my forever.
Lulling ultra. Yeah, trying to calm us down, right? You know, 5.5 minutes have never felt so short. Like, I didn't think it would be that, like, it didn't feel that long. And yeah, you can see my tears rolling, but that just because I stopped them. Why are you doing this to me, Rooster Teeth? Why did you ever do this? I mean, I understand why, but still, it hurts. And like, I just got that notification on my laptop that like a new chapter of a fan fiction that I read came out, and I'm just my first thought was like, yeah, make me think about something different. It's like a prompt fan fiction, so I hope you chose something happy today. Yeah, once like a dream, you looked at me and everything felt new. I don't know if I can read through all of this again. I love the font too. Time slipped away, the past seemed to fade. I hope restored my... Yeah, for some it's temporary, like a shooting star. I don't know if I can say anything to this. Yeah, but this will always be, it's my destiny to be in love with you. Just because Destiny had such a big impact on the whole Pyrrha storyline. Like, it was her destiny to protect the world, basically. And here it's the destiny to be in love with Jean. It's like, yes, I had to die, but that doesn't change anything. And I just love that. And like, props to Casey to just sing that. I don't know if you broke down or not, but if you didn't, then props to you. I couldn't. Yeah. You're my forever fall. Like I said, I love this, just this ambiguity of fall. Like, before in the song One Thing, we had fall as something negative, to watch someone die, to literally watch someone fall, like, I don't know, from a cliff or something. But it's also to fall in love. It's to fall for someone. It's in Sacrifice, you had another little bit more negative thing, to fall for someone's tricks. But here it's falling in love. And yeah, it's fall as a season. And I just love that they brought back the Forest of Forever Fall like this. Was this planned from the beginning? Because like, the Forest of Forever Fall is red, and like, Pyrrha's color is red. Basically. So, was this planned? Like, in the designs? Fall. Seasons change. I think there was something like that in the next verse too. Trust, honesty. Ray of hope shine through. I mean, we had that in Shine, the song. I don't even know the exact lyrics anymore. But yeah, it's kind of like that. And then we have You Set Me Free, saw the world, what the world couldn't see. In Dream Come True, she's talking about that she sees what no one else sees in John. And now here it's like, you see what no one can see in me. It's the other way around. It's like equal and reciprocated. I found my joy in you. Yeah, you did. Every life is filled with passing moments. Like the seasons change, they come and go. And one more thing that tipped me off there. Like, the seasons change, they come and go. I it doesn't really like fit into this right now, but I started rewriting SAO openings to the RWBY girls. I didn't do much, but I did the RWBY song. And I had that line, friends come and go and die whenever you're too late watching them fall to the war. And yes, it was about Pyrrha and Penny. But this come and go part just reminded me of that. Basically, it's to the second SAO opening. In the verse, like, friends come and go and die whenever you're too late watching them fall to the war. And it just, I don't know, it makes me happy and sad at the same time that like this wording is so close to it. This is infinite. Of course, it's infinite and unbound by distance. Nothing, even death, could separate us. Yeah, they're always together now. Like, this is the most canon couple ever. I mean, yeah, Renora, but I mean, those two. That is the first thing that actually happened. 'Cause you're my final goal. And that was like what they talked about in the chapter Destiny, where she was like that she divines destiny as not like a fate you can't escape, but as some sort of final goal that you work towards your entire life. And that just makes so much impact. You're my final goal. She works towards him her entire life. Well, maybe not her entire life, but like since she knows him. I don't know, it just makes me sad. And I think that's the chorus again. You're my forever fall. And just have to say, the art is beautiful. I love when colors match. I mean, that's also thanks to the designs. But I love the new, like, the outfit they gave Pyrrha there. I don't know who made the picture, but I guess maybe you can find it in Batman Fangirl's video description or something. But yeah, that was Forever Fall. It didn't make me cry as much as I thought it would. I thought it would be way worse. But maybe that's just because I prepared for it. I don't know. Maybe I should just leave the tissues be. Maybe I'm gonna feel more like safe, and then it's gonna make more of an impact. I don't know. Well, I mean, the next thing is... Oh, it wanted to start already. The next thing is Indomitable. So basically the problem I ran into right now is I don't have a picture of Monty. I have nothing of him. So, I mean, I could just like put the... Yeah, maybe I'm gonna do that. Wait a minute. So yeah, what you don't really see is I now have a pile of 5 books there, because else it wouldn't be high enough. But yeah, I don't have anything of Monty, so I know it... I thought like, okay, it's probably just gonna be a RWBY song, but seeing the picture that Flint of RWBY put in there made me rethink that. I don't know what's gonna be like in there, because we've only heard like such a short amount of this song. Like it's almost nothing. Like, we know there's a light that shines and its power is mine. Like, we know 4 lines. 4 lines. I mean, yeah, okay, Red Like Roses was just 4 lines in total, but still, we only know 4 lines. And this song is 5 minutes long. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot, and I'm trying to brace myself. Because I think the reason why I still cry at Cold is because it's about Monty and Pyrrha both. So maybe this is gonna do more damage even than Forever Fall. But yeah, let's just jump in because I don't know how long I can play it off. In 3, 2, 1, and go. That's sweet.
I met a man, he had a dream. I tried to understand, but nothing was what it seemed. Sometimes that's how God's roll.
Wow.
We'd sit for hours, he'd share his plans to build a universe and make every part by hand. A big scheme with an infinite goal.
Wow.
So I would watch and listen and try to learn as pieces and bits became whole. But there was more going on than the work at hand. What I learned had to do with the strength of the soul. There's a light that shines, and its power is mine. Though our body's weak and breakable, the spirit is indomitable.
And now it's picking up.
So step by step and frame by frame,
Frame by frame.
a world created, it's map fashioned from us.
Yeah.
Just dream big, then work till it grows. I learned this lesson, we can evolve, achieving anything as long as our hearts resolve. Believing we'll make it so. Though our lives are limited by years on earth, our dreams won't be bound inside. The goal's not to live forever.
But that's ironic.
Humanity loves the creations of time. There's a light that
And that's the most important part.
and its crown is mine. Though our bodies break and breakable, the spirit is indomitable. Don't be afraid. Get up, get going, step every day. I'll meet you there. When we strive, we transcend, even death cannot end our climb. I wasn't ready. You can't prepare for the unthinkable, for something that's so unfair. It's cruel, but that's how life goes.
Sadly, it is.
But through the sadness, thousands of tears, we see his message sparkling and crystal clear. Our work is larger than we know. There's a light that shines, and its power is mine.
think I need a minute. I knew it would get me. I knew it would. Like, as much as it's sad if a character in a show dies, like Pyrrha, for example, as much as that hurts, it's still a lot more impactful if that, like, it's still a show. As much as you can love a series, it's still fiction. But if something like that happens to like an actual person, it just makes it way worse. And I know this is supposed to be like a super hopeful song, and the problem is, about the time where I found out that this is probably going to be a Monty song, I knew that I didn't want to react to it right away. I wanted to wait. That's why I did it like in parts and stuff, because that was about the time where my grandpa died. And during this song I started to think about that too. I'm sorry. Give me a minute. So I tried to calm down a little. I'm sorry. It got to me. I don't know how much I will actually cut out of this. Yeah, I'd say we'll just go through the lyrics and hope I don't start crying again, because it's just. But yeah, as soon as the first lines are spoken, we know that it's about Monty. It is about him. And I don't think I have to say much about the lyrics. There's not much to analyze, actually. It's just, yeah, I like it that it's like, that's how gods roll. Yeah, he's basically the god of Remnant. He created everything. And you can see, like, those are the personal connections there. We'd sit for hours, he'd share his plans. You can just feel it too, like, in the song. This song is by the people that knew him and that lost him and that are still. Those people are still affected by it. Strength of the show. Yeah, the light that shines. We had that in Rising too, and I don't know if it was in Miracle. It could be in Miracle too. But the light that shows the way, and we had that imagery in many more songs beforehand. Monty is the light. Just is that way. Though our body's weak and breakable, the spirit is not. I think it's easier for me to talk about the lyrics instead of reading the lyrics. Frame by frame, you can. I mean, it's on screen, so you need frames. Like, it's map fashion from a stain. That is this ketchup stain on. Yeah, it's a great story to tell. Work till it grows. Yeah. Lives are limited, dreams won't be bound. And I love those lines. The goal is not to live forever, because eternity loves the creations of time. That's the thing. You don't have to live forever if you can make something worthwhile during your lifetime. And he obviously did. It's kind of ironic because of like what happens in the show with Salem being immortal and stuff. And basically this all starting because she wanted to get Ozma back because he died. when actually she could have just accepted that he's gone, and what really matters it was what he did during his life. And that could have prevented so much, you know? So basically this is telling us, don't be Salem. Just know that you don't have to live forever to actually do something great. Get up, get going a step every day. When we strive, we transcend, even death cannot end our climb. Is that like a... Even death is kind of... When we strive, we transcend even death? And then even death cannot end our climb. It kind of belongs to both, right? I wasn't ready. You can't prepare for the unthinkable for something that's so unfair. It is unfair. But it's unfair for every person. Like, if you've lived only 30-something years like Monty, or 80 like my grandpa, it's still too little for everyone else involved. But you can't prepare for that. It just happens. It's cruel, but that's how life goes. That's it. And then the message. Our work is larger than we know. Sorry guys, I don't know if you've expected something better from me or not. I think my grandpa just makes it worse right now. But like this connection to work. This is something pretty personal, but when my grandpa was buried, the place he was buried is actually right next to where he worked. So basically, in death, he's still at a place where he spent so much of his lifetime. And this is why right now, I just want to thank everyone. Thanks Monty for giving us this show, this idea, this thing that started as a dream. I want to thank everyone else that is gone from this world now, and who left something here that still either helps people or let them enjoy life. Just thanks to all the people who ever set foot on this world and accomplished something that we can still see today. And to all the people who have lost someone. Stay strong. We all have to go through this at some point. The only thing we can do is stand up again when we fall. Live our lives and make sure that we leave something durable when we leave this world. Because that's what it's about. Don't wait for tomorrow or the day after. Just do what you can today. Follow your dreams, and those dreams can become a reality, and then you can leave your mark on this world. So, in conclusion, we miss you, Monty. We miss everyone who left. But the point is, we have to move forward. We can't stop moving forward, because if we do, then we're just gonna get lost. And now I'm ready for something happier. So yeah, for the last song on the list, the acoustic version of Armed and Ready, and that's why I put Yang here again. My eyes are probably still red. I took a brief break to collect myself, and now let's see what Armed and Ready Acoustic has in store for us. This video is the version of Mercury with Y. So I hope I didn't like say it too wrong. But yeah, you can check that out too. I'm gonna link all people and all videos in the description below. So let's start with Armed and Ready Acoustic. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Ooh. That is Western if I ever heard something of that. I mean, with a cowboy hat.
It happens every night. I watch my world ignite, but there's no waking from this nightmare. The stage is always set, the place I can't forget, the hidden eyes that I can feel there.
It's faster than the original, at least in this part. It sounds much more like a Western.
My eyes are open wide, I'm racing to a side. There's nothing that I won't do for her. But this is not a dream, my mind repeats the scene. I can't forget it and it's torture. That was before, but not anymore. I've left it behind. As much as I lost, once I'm across, I'll find I found the strength to grow so much more. I wish we
Still don't know what to think of it though.
no more crying. It's time for me to soar. Feel like I'm finally unbroken.
I like this guitar part. The one before I'm not sure about, but
Confidence growing out of my way 'cause I'm armed and ready.
just one background voice.
Remember all too well, a time of living hell. The night my enemy would conquer. But now I've been set free, get through the tragedy. You wished you killed me, now I'm stronger. I am the golden one who burned just like the sun. Next time we meet is your disaster. I'll bring the punishment, your song will be lament. Revenge my happy ever after. My misery, my enemy have taught me to fly. The pain I went through left me with a new war cry. I live my life like every day.
There's a lot going on in the background with those instruments.
In the past.
Hell, I cannot follow the instruments.
I'm never looking back. Feel like I'm finally unbroken. Feel like I'm back from the dead. Strength back and confidence growing out of my way 'cause I'm armed and ready.
I mean, I would sing the whole thing, but it's a faster pace than the original, so. I like the art very much. I mean, it's still Yang, but it has this really Western feeling. Ooh, that's high. Okay, so of course we knew that song already. But yeah, that is Western, totally Western. Like, I don't really think what to think of it. I like the original one better. I have to say that. Like with other songs, like for example, Boop, I like both versions the same. Like one, because I mean one is more like quartet thing, one is more electronic stuff, but I like them both equally. Here I have to say I like the original better. Maybe it's just because I don't like, I'm not a fan of like this typical Western sound. I don't know, maybe it's that. But I felt like, first of all, props to Casey to get those high notes, because wow. But there was a lot going on with the instruments in the background, like sometimes too much. Like all this in the background kind of was overwhelming. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely gonna go into my playlist because it's a freaking RWBY song. I mean, even Lionized made it in there. But, I mean, just to say that I like the original way better. I mean, it was interesting that the background was only one person and was probably only Jeff. But I don't know if I like it. So, I'll probably have to listen to it a few times. But what I can say, yeah, probably not that much as the original. So, yeah. In conclusion, wow, my eyes are still, I can still feel the tears. Like, do you know that feeling when you cried and like still hours after you're just like, yeah, I cried, I know, I can feel it behind my freaking eyeballs. Yeah, that's how I feel right now. But like in conclusion, from this round of songs, the one that I probably listen to the most will be Nevermore, because I mean, I listened to it already a lot. But I loved all the other songs too. I mean, one thing was like, Nia finally got a voice, and I like what they did with it. Forever Fall was sad as hell. Indomitable I don't have to talk about anymore, because we know that it's sad as hell, and this is gonna be, next to Cold, is gonna be the next RWBY song where every time I listen to it, I'm gonna cry. Because I know that I do it when I listen to Cold. Funny story, I don't know if I ever told you. Could be that I already told you, but like, at that one theater production where I had to lie still and there was a joke, and I couldn't keep myself together. I always laughed, so at some point I just decided to sing Cold in my head, so it would make me sad, so I didn't laugh at the joke. And this is one of those songs. Like, Indomitable, every time I listen to it, it will get me. And yeah, And then the Armed and Ready acoustic, like I said, not as good as the original. From all those songs, I can't pick a favorite. I just can't. I'm sorry. I can't. Like, I could pick a favorite from the first batch. Because Big Metal Shoe was so energizing, but I think we have to go with categories now. Most energizing song, Big Metal Shoe. Most emotional song, Indomitable. And then, I don't know what kind of categories I would put the others in. Again, like, there are rarely songs that I don't like by Jeff and Casey. Like, almost every song has something speaking for them. I can't choose a favorite. I'm sorry. I can't. Like I said, most energizing and most emotional. That was everything I could pick. I don't know anymore. Well, I guess I'll just wrap this up right now. This video is probably also like already a lot longer than the first one or something. I don't even know. I didn't look at the clock. But yeah, I'm curious what kinds of songs we will get in the next volume. Because, as you know, RWBY Volume 7 is just around the corner, and we'll get more songs. Yay! Hopefully good ones. I mean, hopefully, probably good ones. Jeff and Casey have yet to really disappoint me. I mean, most of the times it's just, okay, that could have been better, but like in 90% or more, like 95%, it's just like, Jeff and Casey did something awesome again. Yeah, let's listen to it. But yeah, I promise you next year when the soundtrack for Volume 7 comes out, I will get to them sooner. Because, I mean, I took a long time. I'm gonna get to them sooner because hopefully next year I won't have too much like busy stuff around me. But I guess like waiting for reacting to Indomitable and Forever Fall and stuff just made it worse. But yeah, as I said, I'm gonna get to it as soon as I can then. As for what you will get in the next days and weeks, yeah, in a few days, I'm gonna upload my thoughts and expectations video, which will be including the Volume 7 trailer reaction. I still haven't watched that thing. And I don't know if I should record it today or wait until tomorrow. Because I'm gonna record it, my thoughts and expectations video. I just don't know if I should do it now. I'll think about it. So at least expect this. And a few days after that, or a week after that, depending on when I upload it, RWBY Volume 7 is going to start. So that's gonna be amazing. I heard a lot of stuff, but I'm going to talk about this in my other video a lot. I'm gonna talk about the new outfits. I'm gonna talk about what was said about, well, the new riders, the Atlas arc in total, just about anything, you know? But yeah, I'm gonna end this video now because I blabbered along long enough. And I feel my nose starting to feel weird because I cried, so that's a thing. But on this note, have a nice day, and I see you in the next video. Bye. You girl. You are going back to your place. That was not the way I wanted it to do. No. Way too many books. There's only 3 or 5.